right, man. So we are here before the game. Got my guy GBUSH on with us today.
Trying to get that win. Got to get the win.
Absolutely. All right, so the Browns play the 49ers, and this is Shedeur's second start for the Cleveland Browns. His was going to be his 7th and 8th quarters of experience here as well. First, I want to start this conversation of like figuring out where our baseline is for Shedeur, right? Like, what did you see, in your opinion, that improved for him from that Baltimore game to the Las Vegas game? Because I thought I saw a lot of improvement in some key areas. I'm interested to see what you thought.
Yeah, I saw a lot of improvements. I saw first and foremost pocket awareness, understanding where the rush may come. I think he took 1 sack for 3 yards. Understanding, okay, if I'm going to get pressure and I'm going to get, some guys in my face and the blitz is coming, I'm either going to get rid of football or understand where it's coming from and try to move up in the pocket. I've always said, listen, I'm cool with you taking a sack, but let's mitigate the sacks. Let's mitigate. Let me, if it's, 3rd and 6, I don't mind you taking a 2-3 yard sack. I just don't want you running around and not having good ball security and losing, 10, 12 yards. And then we talk about the field position game. I think a lot of it we make about it is people think, I don't got a problem with quarterback taking a sack. The thing is, when you are an offensive unit that is limited as the Browns, you have to stay in what we call Jim Tressel played it, Tressel ball. If you limit it offensively, we need to make sure that we flip in his field because we can't give him a short field. We got to play the field position game. So I thought he did a good job at doing that. The second thing I thought he did a really good job of was it seemed like the game slowed down. There was a couple of throws early in the game where, he didn't get a first down, but he got rid of the football and it was there. It was on time. He went through the progressions. Boom, there it is. Also, he gave his guys an opportunity to make a play. Harold Fannin Jr. Hey, it sometimes it's not going to be a crisp route. Give your guys, if you're going to block and release into the flats, give them opportunity to throw the football and catch the football and give you some run after catch. I think he did that well in this football game with him and Dylan Sampson. And then when there's an opportunity there, be you. When it's an opportunity there, let it go. I thought he did a good job in the one play. Obviously, Isaiah Bond, that was a dime. He got blasted in the pocket. He moved. He basically bought himself some time, and you saw the touch and accuracy on the football. So, the thing overall I saw was the game seemed like it slowed down. He was able to manage the pocket better, and he was able to actually, execute what the game plan was. The game plan going into it with Tommy Rees, and I think you saw that. And why it ended up in being a 2014 game, because you look on the other side of the football, guess what? They couldn't do nothing with Myles Garrett or the defense, so don't put yourself in harm's way and don't do nothing stupid, and we probably going to come out here with a win, and you can get your feet wet and come out with a good taste in your mouth. So I thought that's what he did well.
Yeah, I thought the poise stood out to me because in that first appearance he had, and then you combine that with like there's a tale of two worlds here with Shedeur, right? There's what he looked like in that first preseason game, and then there's Baltimore, and then that second preseason game. And it was like the thing that concerned me was like, hey, that's like 2 in a row now where it didn't look like he had poise whenever he was pressured. This week was much better where they pressured him. You could see at times, you could feel him wanting to like instinctively turn, and he stops himself. I don't know what they did to make him stop doing that. My thing is, I think they just shot him through a gauntlet of all the pass rushers, and they were like, all right, try to spin away from Myles. And of course you're not spinning away from Myles. And like, all right. Try to spin away from Isaiah McGuire. Of course you're not going to spin away from Isaiah McGuire. Okay, Alex Wright. Nope. Okay, Cam Thomas. Spin away from Cam Thomas. No. Spin away from Malik Collins. No. Spin away from Mason Graham. No. Do you see the problem here, right? Like,
not getting that off.
I think he learned, okay, maybe not the week to spin away. Max Crosby's really good. Not going to do that. We'll see if that continues this week. But I thought he did a real good job with poise. I thought he managed the pocket a little bit better. If I'm looking for areas of improvement for him that I think are going to matter, there are certain situations where I think he could manage the game a little bit better and manage field position better. And what I mean by that is there was like a 3rd and 16. He threw the clear, right? Like they're trying to clear out a route. He threw it just for the hell of it, right? And I think he had this kind of tendency on 3rd and super long to kind of just throw a YOLO, right? Like, all right, let's just go see what happens down here.
And if it's out of bounds, cool. It is what it is.
One of them almost got intercepted because I think there was some miscommunication between Cedric Tillman and Shedeur on what the ball was going to do there.
Yeah, that was weird.
It looked like Cedric thought it was going to come back shoulder, and it ended up carrying down, almost got intercepted. When you're in a game like the Browns are playing against the Raiders, I would have preferred, okay, we're killing them. If it's not there, it's not there. The extra 10 yards here could turn into 2 points on a punt, right? Like if you back them up, we're so dominant defensively. Let's play that field position game. So I want them to be more aware of that situational awareness there. Still did a good job not turning the ball over, not putting the ball in that much danger. You want to see him have more success from just like straight up in the pocket, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we saw a lot of success from in the pocket with him last week. So I think you're going to want to see him do that. And for Shedeur, I think the big thing is like, okay, have one of them drives where you go 70, 80 yards downfield and you go 4 for 4, 5 of 5, maybe even 7 of 7, and score a touchdown, right? Like have those kind of drives. What I really liked from his game, finishing drives. We saw this with Dylan Gabriel. It's a big issue with Dylan Gabriel. He would get good field position. He can't finish the drive in the end zone. For whatever reason, Shedeur got the same field position opportunities in this game. He scored touchdowns. Now, one of them was like, they just put Quinshawn in and Quinshawn went beast mode.
Yeah. The wild dog was just,
which is why it's really good to have Quinshawn Juckets, right? So that's going to happen every once in a while, but I thought he did a good job of getting in position. I think that's something I'm excited to see with him because that's something he was much better at, right, than Dylan, even in like going back to practice, right?
And Q, when you said something there, I want to touch on it really quickly because you said, I want to see him go, give me the long sustained drive, give me the 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 8, get down the field, punch it in for a touchdown. There was a point in the game where it was 14-3. And I turned around and we was doing a live stream. And I said, if the Cleveland Browns can get a drive and 7 points right here, game's over. And those are the drives where the maturation as a quarterback come because I think they could have had that drive. Jerry Jeudy fumbled because he would have inside it. That could have been one of those drives where you put him
there
the game away.
There was another drive that was looking promising, and I think there was a holding. That pushed it back.
So
like,
you are correct.
Overall, the Browns like were behind the sticks all game, which is why his advanced numbers look so bad. I know like people are like, I'm wondering like, why does his QBR look like that? Or why does his EPA per play look like that? Or his success rate? What goes into that a lot is your field position and what your down and distance is. So like how success rate works is the percentage of the down you get. So if you are at 2nd and 5, the percentage the yards you need to be successful on 2nd and 5 is to QBR and all these other kind of advanced rate metrics, lot less than what you need on 2nd and 16, right? Yeah. Like, so because the offense, for reasons that weren't really his fault in that game, were constantly behind the sticks. Again, he only took 1 sack. So he was only responsible for 1 behind the sticks situation. And it's why we need to have better stat tracking on that stuff, because I think we're not getting it, and I think people are missing a crucial element of the game. You know, as a former defensive player, getting the offense behind the sticks is everything.
They by the way, I don't even want to talk about the. You watch the film. They are getting hit. They're getting touched by the within 1 or 2 yards of them getting the football, which is tough. And if you get holding penalties and you get negative plays on first down, you're in trouble. Yeah, it's just not. It's going to be a long story.
Yeah, offsides, all this stuff, like it's just a legal procedure. That's going to negatively affect the offense in a great way. And then when I watching the film break now, I was like, look at the down and distances all game. It's like 2nd and long, 3rd and long. And it's no mystery to me knowing how those numbers work, why they weren't great. And I think that's why education around it is important, because people are like, oh, this stat's worthless. And it's like, any stat by itself is worthless, but that's a tangent upon itself. You got to have the context in the education of, that's why it's like, you can't just be like, oh, that number tells me everything I need to know about a player.
No.
Oh, his PFF grade. It's like, no. You need to have that with the context of everything else around it to be able to have a good evaluation of that player if we're trying to do statistical analysis here. But anyways, that's something that the Browns could do better around him, is put him in better situations to stay ahead of the sticks. And it's going to be necessary against the 49ers to beat them, to stay ahead of the sticks. If you're looking at Shedeur, it's like, I just want to see more variance in what he can do today. Like that's my big thing. It's like, okay, I know you could do the one thing. We know you can roll out, throw that ball deep. You got that. We know you got that. Not saying stay away from it. The opportunity comes, take it. That's part of it. It's like telling Lamar not to run, right? Like that's your thing, right? Mary Kay, your superpower,
right? She has, man, shout out to Mary Kay.
Mary Kay has used that damn supercomputer line so much.
So that superpower,
at me, like I said it,
like you said it, bro. Man, listen, between that and Tony Grossi's tracker, boy, let me tell you what, they have learned, you market yourself well. Shout out to Mary Kay and Tony Grossi. Yeah, but I think what you're saying is, as a fan of hip hop, I'm a person that if you're gonna say you're a great MC, I want to see layers, levels. I want to see wordplay. I want to see your ability to literally rap and be on beat. You want to see flow.
There's a difference between Jay-Z and the Baby, right? Jay-Z, you listen to a Jay-Z album, it's like 15 different flows. He got different moods.
Cadences.
Like, can we sound like old heads for a minute?
Yes.
Can we sound like
let's go old head?
It used to be, when you turn on a rap album, like Kendrick, one of the few to still do it, right? You turn on a rap album, and even like, to Drake's credit, you feel different things during that album, right? Like you could have a hype song, and then he got the hype flow, and then you got the more laid back, like, okay, I'm thinking about this.
You in a dark place.
You got I'm sitting back, counting my money, making my moves type thing with the suit on, like sitting mafia type shit. Like you would have different vibes and different feel for a album as it went on. And then like you listen to something like, I know the Baby ain't new, right? But like nobody care about the Baby, so ain't nobody gonna get mad at me if I bring up the Baby. But you listen to the Baby album, or like any of these like new rappers, like most of them, it's the same shit every song. It's like the same. It's like they took 20 attempts to make the same song so that one of them goes viral, right? And it's like you listen to the song, it's like, oh, okay, I listen to this song to get money. And then you listen to the next song, it's like, oh, okay, I listen to this song to get money. And then you listen to the next song, it's like, okay, I listen to this song to get money. And it ain't nothing but get money music on it. Even Jeezy had some breaks in the get money music, right? Like, and ain't nobody made get money music better than Jeezy. But
can't ban the Snowman. You can't ban them, but boy. And by the way, even shout out to the Clips. You listen,
like the Clips make crack music. Well, I can't say that on it, but the Clips make music, but there's different vibe. It's like, okay,
it's chic. It's at the highest level.
You feel me? Like, did they give you a song where it's like, no, you at the bando, right? Like they give you.
I'm on a speedboat now, and I'm selling. It's
different, and I think that's the difference between artists that get hot because they do something that's popular, and artists that used to get developed, right? If we want to bring this back to football, right?
Yes.
If we're talking about Shedeur as an artist, it's like, okay, we know that Shedeur can get a hit song doing that one thing.
He can make a hit record.
He can make a hit like that. Cool. We saw it. Isaiah Bond, that was a hit for sure. Now we need to see if you're an artist, right? Like, okay, like now we're going to need you to do different things. Now we're going to need you to switch it up. We're going to need you to have a Thugs Need Love 2 song on this album,
Some for the ladies.
Yeah, maybe it might be one where it's like you just got to manage the game and maybe it's a dink and dunker, right? You know, and you got to do what you need to do. Maybe it's a game where you just got to make a couple big plays and then chill out for the rest, right? Maybe it's a game where you got to consistently be an intermediate throw gangster.
Yep.
You just got to tough it out. Okay, you know, there's going to be different lanes to where you need to sit in, and variances to how you can be successful. And I think for Shedeur, it's like, if I see him win one way for 6 weeks, I'm not going to be that moved by that, right? If I'm Andrew Berry. But if you see Shedeur win, you know, and I'm not saying win games, but like win in the sense of like winning reps,
right,
from multiple different ways, right?
Different
you see
platforms,
gives you different ways of winning. Like, okay, he won with the quick game here. Okay, he outthought somebody here. Okay, he made an adjustment in the pocket and then still worked in structure here. And if you start to see him win that many ways, that's going to be the stuff that moves people, right, on the football field. And I think that's really where it has to be. Now, it doesn't have to be all the way there at the end of the season, but you need him to just
you want to see flashes. You want to see the flash. And the thing is,
you want to hear at least a couple of different flows. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't trying to hear the same, like the whole shit, the whole album. It's like,
you don't want to sound like everybody sound like the Migos, and everybody sounded like Future for like 2 and 3 years.
But you want Migos credit, they got songs where you feel different things. like even if the flow is similar, it's like they can switch it up. And I think that's what Shedeur is like, okay, they're going to take this away from you. They're not going to let you roll out. Robert Saleh going to be on that all day. He going to disguise corners. They're going to take that shit away from you. You're going to have to bore the 49ers to death in this one to get to that stuff. Can you do that? You know what I mean? That's really it.
If he's able to do that, look, I would be really impressed that he would understand that as a rookie right now. Because I talked to Sean King about this, and he said the most difficult part about playing a quarterback position is understanding a little bit what you just said. Every single game, there's a different way you have to win. And you need to be able to figure that out in 4 quarters. And he said, whatever you worked on during the week might not even be working. Whatever you scripted might not be hitting. But you need to understand, maybe I need to nickel and dime these dudes to death. Maybe I need to maybe I got to understand that they're taking the nickel and dime and stuff away. So I got to live 15 to 20 yards down the field. Do I got the anticipation and the understanding of defenses to be able to live 15 to 20 yards down the field? Sometimes it's like, hey, look, I just need to play close to the vest. The run game is going. And sometimes it's even small things. Hey, let me get us into the right play. I know that we called this in a huddle. Let us get into the right protection. Let us get into the right play to lead to a first down. All these are very, high level things for a rookie to get right now. But that's the interesting part because, they always say, like, when you're a child, the first 2 years of your life, like, you do the most growth. You learn how to facial recognition. You learn how to talk, communicate, walk, eat solid food. Them days when you was a little kid, when you was 3-4 years old, them days seem like forever because you was learning so much. So in these, I guess, 6-7 games, what I'm interested to see is how much he's able to learn, digest, and grow in 6 games to be able to see if the Browns can, got something what they need to get to have a quarterback and to win football games.
All right, we're going to continue talking about what Shedeur needs to do in this game to impress some people. But before I do that, got to thank my sponsor, Sleeper. Real quick, just want to let you guys know Sleeper has a new offer here. They're offering a free $20 entry, no deposit required. And also, if you're a first-time user, you also will receive a 100% match on up to $100 when you use the promo code Worst Take. Again, $20 free, no deposit required. Plus, first-time users also receive a 100% deposit match up to $100. Join Sleeper. All right. Well, I think we've had a healthy conversation over our 2 appearances this week. I'm excited to see what the Browns put together, G. But if people want to get more of you, where can they find you, man?
Man, you know what it is, man. You know, all you got to do is put GBUSH in, and it's gonna come up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You can put up
Google
somewhere.
Me.
Look,
okay, Kirk Signetti.
Nah,
okay.
Listen, you know,
you say Google me.
Hey, nah, this is why, because first and foremost, hit the like button on this when this
you
gonna
sure
go.
They put GBUSH in, they gonna get a president. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'd be happy to tell them, not George Senior. It's just GBUSH, man.
You know,
but
they be in there, GBUSH black.
Hey, but the black. By the way, shout out to Q. Make sure y'all going out there subscribing to the channel. By the way, I always tell people, me and Q gonna always be good. You might not know it, but we always gonna be good. And by the way, nothing could be wrong with us besides arguing about football and the Browns. And at the end of the day, we don't even argue that much. We both want the Browns to be good. So at the end of the day, it ain't that too much to go over. And look, we was going back and forth because I said I like Case Keenum. Remember you?
That's the most angry I've been at you.
Like he was
acting like Case Keenum was the man.
He stopped talking to me for 6 months because of Case Keenum.
Had that damn cape on for Case Keenum. I couldn't believe it.
I said, hey, listen, play him. Listen, he $8 million a year. Quincy, I think that might, what is it, Monday night game he won? He won the money when Baker was injured. I said, man, look, it was him and Dearness Johnson out there. I said, we cooking right now. He said, GBUSH, I know you ain't putting the cape on.
It was Thursday night game.
It was the Thursday night game, right?
Like, I know you ain't talking about. You want Baker Mayfield with less talent out there? That's crazy. Like this is like
this
what
is
we
wild.
doing? Like,
man.
But yeah, they never is that. And when you ate, when you what was it, Mount Pleasant? They had you eating barbecue with a fork.
Oh yeah. I did. I had some pulled pork with the fork. You know what I'm saying? It was
the
wild.
Polish boy with the fork. That's
what
it was.
That was crazy. That's kind
out
of
here eating Polish boy samples. I was like, what the West Side is this? Like, what are you doing? We having hors d'oeuvre Polish boys?
Hey man, I was trying to be cultured. I was trying to be cultured, man. I ain't want to get nothing on my hands, bro.
Man, that's the stuff that make me mad. Because you know what? Like out here where I live, they do a lot of stuff, but they try to make it fancy. If I ever came to Cleveland, it was like, oh yeah, you want our Polish boy deluxe, and they bring it out in a little hors d'oeuvre tray. I'm like, you don't get the like, my face with that. Like, just give me the shit as a foil. What you doing? Not everything has to be elevated.
Like it gotta be, bro. Listen, trust me. Look, bro,
some stuff you get from a takeout joint that ain't got no chairs, and that's okay.
Nitty gritty.
Exactly just how I want it.
Okay, no napkins.
They got the good white bread.
Yeah, like
that joint.
the white bread that sit up a little thicker. It got cushion to it.
It's something different. Like you buy Wonder Bread from the thrift store, it ain't the same.
You might put some syrup. Matter of fact, I might go get some syrup and bread. I might just eat that.
I don't know about no syrup and bread. It's different. I mean, that's what y'all was doing out there in Canton.
Hey, listen. Now do y'all know about Alaga syrup? Have y'all ever had Alaga syrup?
No, what's that?
Man, it's a thicker molasses syrup. It don't even really taste like syrup.
It sounds like some Ohio shit. G.
Yeah, it is. Like, shout out to them. It's like, that with some peanut butter and mix that up.
County.
Yeah, like it's a little 330 in that. You know what I'm saying? 234. You know what I'm saying?
This is shit LeBron be doing. Like,
hey man, you get that boy. You get
LeBron
ready.
from Ohio. Like he not from Cleveland.
Now, people still mad about that. I can't believe you said you weren't from Cleveland. I'm like, bro. Us Canton and Akron folks, we got it. It's a line.
It's a different county. We don't.
It's
I don't
a
know
whole
why people be
different.
Mad because we would never allow you to claim Cleveland.
No, that's 2-3 states. You might as well be in Canada.
I never got it. People are like, why don't LeBron act like he from Cleveland? I'm like, you must be from Columbus. And with that take, because there's nobody from Cleveland being like, oh, he from Akron. Why don't he claim Cleveland? It's like we would never allow. Even if you're LeBron James, we're not allowing you to claim. I've never heard somebody from Cleveland be
ever.
like, oh yeah. Like, well, I don't know why LeBron doesn't claim Cleveland because he's from Akron.
He's from a whole different municipality.
Aren't you don't run there? Like that's not Cleveland. It's not Cleveland.
You have to get on the highway and drive multiple miles to get to his neighborhood. No,
they
it
got
don't
different grocery stores at Akron. Like, it's different, bro. Do they even got Giant Eagle? Like, they got Kroger's and some shit down there.
Nah, man, they might be. They might be out here looking back. Giant Eagle, man. Like I think the only university one
they got one Marks. Like, if you ain't got a Marks, dog.
By the way, I don't like the way Marks is built. As a dude coming up from Canada, Marks is like.
You don't like Marks?
Marks is like a rummage sale, bro. It's too many. It's no rhyme or reason. Like, why is the bread by the pickles? Like, that's crazy. Like, why is it? There's toys. There's a miscellaneous outside patio set by the pharmacy. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
They be having shit not refrigerated that really should be refrigerated at Marks. That's how you know you at Marks.
Why is there random cold cuts just available? Like, don't you have to slice that and put it in?
One time I went to Marks, they just had pepperoni and salami out with the fucking cheese and crackers.
Oh,
I'm like, just don't you gotta just like, don't this gotta be fridged?
Don't this gotta be in a Ziploc? They're like, yeah, bro. It'd be like right next to a train set. I'm like, bro, you got Christmas gifts, and it's crazy in Marks, man. Like, they do a lot. And they don't really never have no sales either.
But the thing is, it's like Marks always has sales. Just it's in the paper. You got to get the paper though. Like, you know what I mean? My mom used to go get that Marks paper. We get that Blue's Clues applesauce. You know what I mean? 12 for 2. 12 for 2. You know, they ain't got the coupon thing like the Giant. I remember every time I went to Giant Eagle, I'm like, oh, we in the rich neighborhoods.
Oh yeah, Giant Eagle. When you go to Giant Eagle,
floor polished and shit like that ain't Marks. Marks floor is scuffed. It ain't never been polished.
And they don't really have AC like that. And forever, Marks didn't even really take no credit cards. Like, they wouldn't take. Remember that?
No, they would take credit cards. They would actually magnetize. They would like stamp the shit.
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck is this? They're like, nah, bro, you got to come with some bread in here.
Marks didn't have the little barcode scanner for the longest. I remember going to Marks and they didn't have a barcode scanner. I'm like, what is this?
I mean, are you trying to save some money? And anything in a pharmacy, don't even try to call it in, bro. The pharmacy be around the corner. I'm like, I used to hate going with my grandparents to Marks to get. I'm like, why y'all in here, guy? Why don't you go to Kmart or something? You got the Marks pharmacy. Everything is, yes, sir. Did you got my prescription? Yeah, we called it in. Yeah, that's going to be about 35 minutes. For what? Put them pills in this bag right here and give them to me, bro. They
got the toys in the back, though, so you can get. That's what they got the toy. It's like a dollar store and a grocery store put together. It's truly
no prices.
Different. You know
no prices, man. We got to do it again, man.
Yeah, definitely. Look, we knew we weren't going to be able to get on here without getting on some kind of very specific rant about Cleveland.
Yes.
But shout out to y'all. And again, I mentioned this in the other video. I wanted to mention it again. Shout out to Cleveland Browns for doing the food drive out there in Milkovich Middle. It's surreal knowing that I went to one of them schools that get them drives now. But yeah, it's like they did the drive out there, fed a lot of hungry people. David Njoku was there, Malik Collins. You know, I don't think people highlight that kind of stuff enough. So big shout out to that. Big shout out to the people at Maple Heights that were able to help make that happen, because I know a lot of work went into it. So if you know anybody who was associated with that effort on either side, please, you know, let them know that I appreciate it, because that shit was dope. And let other people know that you appreciate it for sure, because we want organizations like the Browns to continue to do charity work like that. But G, appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you having the conversation with me. Everybody else, y'all have a great day. Have an even better night. Peace.
Peace.
All right, man.